And so the Lord say that just like how I did with Gideon in Judges chapter 7, before I sent Gideon out to win, before I sent him out to fight this battle against the enemy, against the Midianites was the enemy. Before I send him out to fight this battle, God say, I'm looking at your circle. Somebody put it in the comments, say, God checking that circle. Oh yeah. You better know and understand that before God see you anywhere, before he elevates you, baby, before he promotes you, before he puts you in that position of that high position, before he puts you in that position of influence, of impact, God he looking at who you got around you. He checking that circle. God say, oh, okay, I know y'all ready, baby. Y'all deep off in this thing. You got a whole lot of folk with you. You thinking the more the merrier. You thinking, woo, we finna go slay these demons, baby. We finna go fight these giants. We finna go fight these Midianites. We finna get them, baby. We some head busters. We finna go take them out. God said, hold up. Somebody put it in the comments. Say, hold up. God said, I know y'all think y'all some head busters and y'all ready to go. Y'all ready to fight. Y'all ready to knock some demons out. But God said, hold up. Hold up. Put it in the comments, baby. Say, hold up. God will stop you real quick. You think he done stopped me so many times. I'm thinking I'm finna. God said, hold up. Hold up. This what be happening when you going after something, or you pursuing a goal, or you looking to get a blessing, and it like, it ain't him. What going on? Why it take so long? God said, hold up. That's why it ain't him yet. That's why God ain't gave you the green light yet. That's why he ain't pushed the button yet. That's why it ain't hit your hand yet. That's why it ain't hit your bank account yet. Because God then stood up in heaven and say, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm looking at your circle. Let me check this circle real quick. Y'all know we'll do our children the same way. They say, Mom, I'm going such, 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 such. Okay, you know the next question. Who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? Who you going with? Who you going with? Who riding with y'all? Who picking y'all up? Who? And then if they drop one name, we don't know who that is. Who they folks is. I don't know who that. You know that's the number one question right now. Who they folks? If they don't know they folks, baby, you ain't going. Okay, I don't. The Johnsons. I don't know nothing about the Johnsons. Who is the Johnsons? The Jones. Then they go to get on the phone and say, you know the Jones. This boy talking about he going somewhere with a Jones boy. I don't know no Joneses. Who what Jones you know? Exactly, baby. They do that background check. If they don't know him, you ain't going. And this is how God do with us. Because he's the good father. And he watches over his children. So you saying you finna go here and go there. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. God like, all right, who going? Who you got with you? That's what he was doing with Gideon. Who you got with you? And so God said, I'm looking around at your circle. And he's saying to you, just like how he was saying to Gideon in Judges chapter 7, verse 2 and 3. He said, now, you got too many warriors with you. Somebody put it in the comments. Say, you have too many. You have too many. And I'm going to tell y'all something that I learned about God. And as you continue to grow in a sin, and some of y'all have already seen this, others is still being revealed to you, you will learn with God that less is more. Less is more with God. God does not operate in big circles. God does not operate in large crowds. God does not operate amongst a whole bunch of people. So anytime you see folks and they just always got to have a crowd with them, they always got to have this big entourage, they always got to have all these folks, they always got to have, they can't do nothing without having a whole bunch of folks with them, you better watch that. You better check that. They can't do nothing without posting everything to social media. They can't do nothing without letting the world know. They got to show it to everybody. They can't eat a meal without it being on their stories. They can't do any little thing that happened in their life. It got to be shown to the world. Everybody got to be a part of it. The more, the merrier. And some people live their life. If the world don't see it, then it didn't happen. Oh, they got to see this. They got to see me wear this. They got to see me eat this. They got to see me dry this. They got to see. God say, you got too many. You got too many eyes on your stuff. Oh, you got too many folks looking. God don't deal like that, baby. He said, I don't know what you thought, but he said, when I'm finna do something with you, the world won't know. God said, we're going to take this thing over in the cut. And if you ain't ready to do that, then God said, I can't use you. You're not ready yet. You got to be okay with making moves in the kingdom and nobody knowing nothing about it. Oh, you got to be okay being underground with God. You got to be okay growing, giving time for your foundation to be formed, for your roots to be formed, because God say, that's what I'm doing in you, baby. He said, I'm forming your spiritual roots. He said, you worry about who gonna see it. Don't worry about that, baby. It's gonna be a time where everybody gonna see it. Oh, you better believe when Gideon them suited up, baby, and they ran out there to fight, everybody saw. But that qualification process, that process that God took him through before that, it was just him and God. Him and God. This is Gideon and God right now. This is you and God right now. Somebody put it in the comments. Say, me and God. Me and God. Me and God. God said this ain't about nobody else. This ain't about your cousin them. This ain't about your loyalty to your best friend that you've been with since the 3rd grade. This ain't about your family members. This ain't about your auntie them. This ain't about your uncle them. This ain't about your brother them. This ain't about your sister them. This ain't about your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your besties. This is you and God having a conversation. And God is talking to you and he's telling you that you got to be okay with it just being me and you. Because what's the equation I gave y'all, baby? You plus God equals what? Come on, Keisha J. The majority. Majority. If you know anything about the votes, the majority vote wins. The majority vote rules out everybody else. It don't even matter what they said. It don't even matter what they thought. It don't even matter what they thinking. It don't even matter what their opinion is. The majority wins. You plus God equals the majority. So God said, long as me and you right here, y'all know how they do. God said, we got to be right here, right here. He said, every time I want to get you right here, you go to. Oh, I heard my auntie them say something. I heard my cousin them say something. God said, forget them folks. Somebody put it in the comments, say, forget them folks. Oh, the folks over here on my job talk about something. Oh, my brother and them called me talking about something. God said, forget them folks. He said, I need you right here. Me and you, right here. We having a conversation. This me and you. Because see, this when you about to get ready to do something groundbreaking. This is when God is about to do something major in your life. It's just going to be you and him. God said, me and you. Me and you. And he said, I got to change your mindset because you think that you need a whole bunch of folks. You think the more the merrier. But he said, when you come into the kingdom, God said, I'm going to shift all of that. And you're going to know that less is more. Because God will set you up in a situation, baby, that nobody will be able to get the glory. Oh, nobody will be able to get the shine. Nobody will be able to use it for clout. Nobody will be able to boast and be proud and say that, oh, she got this because of me. He got that because of me. God said, forget them folks, baby. He said, me and you. You gonna win this victory, but you ain't gonna win it like you think you gonna win it. You're not going to win it by your connections. You're not going to, I feel the power of God. Come on now. You're not going to win it by your money. You're not going to win it by your resources. You're not going to win it by your circle. But the Lord say that I shall do it by my spirit. Not by power. Not by might. But by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts. And listen to what God just dropped in my spirit. The Lord say one of the reasons why I want to take you off the radar, he said, it's because there's a lot of things that's going on in the earth right now. There's a lot of things that's going on in the world right now. The enemy got a circus. He's making a circus out of a lot of these things with these people that's going on in the world. And he said, let the crowd, let their attention go over there. And he said, meanwhile, while everybody's attention is over there, he said, I got you over here in the cut. Come on now. I got you over here low key. And the enemy ain't even watching you. The enemy ain't even got no eyes on you. The enemy ain't even studying you. But the whole time God is cooking something major on the inside of you. And he said, out of nowhere, you shall hit. And the people would have never expected it. Come on now. They thought you were less than, baby. They thought you were at the bottom. They looked at you and say, oh, we ain't even got to worry about her. Who is that? We ain't got to worry about him, baby. God said, Lil, they didn't know. Okay. They thought they didn't have to worry about you. But he said, that's why I set it up like that. You think the Midianites were worried about Gideon? They weren't worried about Gideon. Gideon was telling God, he said, how you going to use me? How I'm going to save Israel? In Judges chapter 6, he said, my clan is the weakest in the whole tribe, and I am the least in my entire family. God said, that's who I want. That's who I want, baby. I want the ones that they overlooked. Ooh. I want the ones that are less than. I'm going to the least in the entire family because they would have never expected it to be you. It wasn't no attention on you. They thought you was just another statistic. They thought, listen, they underestimated you. They didn't even make no plans to even fight you. They didn't think they were going to have to fight you. They didn't even see you as competition. You ain't no competition. This is what the enemy's saying. You ain't no competition. Who? That little single mother over there. That man over there that ain't got nothing. Them folk, that lady over there that's still trying to come up with her business, that's still trying to build a platform. Oh, they ain't nobody, child. That ain't nobody. God said, this is what they saying about you. That ain't nobody. Oh, such and such that work. Oh, they work over there at the warehouse, such and such. Oh, they got a record. Oh, child, that ain't nobody. That's what they thinking. That's what they were thinking about Gideon. Oh, that ain't nobody. He down there at the bottom of the wine, down the bottom of the wine press, threshing wheat, hiding from the enemy. They said, oh, that ain't nobody. That ain't nobody. Little they didn't know, see, that this was the man that God had anointed to go and fight for Israel and win against the Midianites. So the Lord says, baby, that they didn't even know. They would have never expected it to be you. They weren't worried about you. They didn't see you as competition. But God said, I set it up that way. I set it up that way. Come on now. I set it up that way. He said, it is for the glory of God. Somebody put it in the comments, baby.